Cameroon History Section A, 1800 to 1922. We'll start with the first topic in the syllabus, which is population movement in the 19th century. Population movement in the 19th century refers to the movement of tribal groups from one region to another. A question can be asked that with reference to example, to what extent were involuntary factors responsible for population movement in the 19th century? This is a two-part question focused on the factors responsible for population movement, with involuntary factors in the first part and voluntary factors in the second part. With the main part 1, we are going to discuss on the voluntary factors that influence population movement with the use of examples. The first part, involuntary factors. Involuntary factor refers to the movement of people from one region to another caused by unplanned action. They were not prepared to move. Certain things occur that force them out of the area. That is why involuntary factors, they are also known as push factors. For example, you have succession dispute. It refers to the conflict which arose after the death of a king or fawn. It will cause people to migrate involuntarily. Like, for example, the death of Gawobe in 1835 after the Bafu-Fundong War led to conflict between his two sons, Jamso and Galanga. That influenced them to migrate, and they founded 7 different Bali Fondoms. Another involuntary factor will be intertribal wars, conflict between 2 tribes. They were fighting either because of land or because of to control trade market. It will cause involuntary movement in that those defeated tribes are forced to migrate. Like, for example, Bali attacked most of our neighbors, causing them to migrate. We equally have another involuntary factor like resistance to German rule. The Germans annexed Cameroon, introduced harsh policies such as forced labor that caused some tribes to migrate. For example, Widikum migrated in 1906 to Victoria because they hated forced labor. You have payment of tribute. This refers to fines which are imposed on defeated tribes in the form of cattle or seizure of lands. Those tribes that refused to pay this tribute were forced to migrate. For example, Tingo, Obang migrated because they hated payment of tribute. We have feud. Feud refers to a conflict conflict between 2 tribes resulting from envy or jealousy. It causes movement, involuntary movement. Like, for example, we think of Com left Babesi to Lekom because their leader